Hello, my dear children and parents. Welcome to class 8 of Indus Valley Public School Rat, where we will be doing lesson number 6 from Honeydew book. The name of the lesson is This is Jody's Fawn, written by Marjorie, Kinnan, Rawlings. Children, the story This is Jody's Fawn highlight the moral values such as love, care, justice, and concern for living being. It is about the sensitive mind of a child who couldn't forget the sacrifice of a doe. He wanted to take care of the young fawn. He was compassionate and daring. He crossed the various hurdles to bring the fawn home and responded his care to him. Now, before moving towards the lesson, let's see the characters in the lesson. Jody, persona. Penny Baxter, Jody's father. Millville, the horseman. Ma Baxter, Jody's mother. Doc Wilson, doctor. And Fawn. Now, about the author. Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings was an American author who lived in rural Florida and wrote novels with rural themes and settings. She was born on 8 August 1896, Washington, D.C., United States. She completed her education from University of Wisconsin-Madison. She had in movies and like Cross Creek, The Yearling, recognized as the best to work, Girl Young Young, The Sun Comes Up, and she was awarded Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, The Yearling, John Newbery Medal. She died on 14th December 1953 at St. Augustine, Florida, United States. And this is the thing that she was awarded for the yearlings. So, this is Jody's Fawn. Before you read, often instead of rushing to the doctor to treat a small cut or burn, we find quick and effective cures using things available at home. Can you think of some such home remedies for a cut on your knee, a burn on your arm, a bee sting? So what you people will be doing when all these things happen? You will not take any antiseptic creams or lotions or something like that. You have to tell the home remedies like turmeric or something else that your mother used to give on an immediate basis. Sometimes you get hurt, then your mother used to apply the paste of onion and turmeric. Sometimes you're having cough and cold, you generally have tea of tulsi as well as ginger, and you used to do the hot water gargle. So similarly, there are n numbers of home remedies that you have to write here. So write at least 5 or 6 remedial measures that is used at your home. Take it an activity to write 6 home remedial measures that you do at your home or your mother advises you to do it. Okay? Now, in this story, Jody's father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. He quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. Jody wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without a mother. So now what happened here in the story, Jody's father has been bitten by the rattlesnake and immediately Jody kills a doe and uses its heart and liver in order to take out the poison of the rattlesnake. But he was continuously thinking about the fawn who is left without a mother. Now that fawn is motherless. Let's see what Jody is going to do in order to show his concern to the fawn. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the fawn. Drift back to go back. So continuously he was thinking about the fawn. He could not keep it out of his mind. He had held it in his dreams in his arm. So while he was sitting, he was sleeping, he continuously seeing the fawn, and he saw that fawn is in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. So now Jody went to his father's, where he was taking rest. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupil was still dark and dilated. So dilated means enlarged. So now what happened? So he was taking rest, and he was his eyes were open and he was very clear, and everybody was enlarged as his father was saved now. Jody said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" So now he asked his father, "How is he?" "Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere, but wasn't it a close shave?" So now he asked his father how he's feeling. So his father replied that he just felt fine. He further added that it was a narrow escape from death, which seems to have gone stealing elsewhere. And in this, Jody agreed. Penny said, "I'm proud of you, boy. The way you kept your head and did what was needed." So now Penny, his father, expressed how proud he was of Jody for how he did not lose his cool and did what was necessary for staying calm. Okay, so now coming next. Pa, yes, son. Pa, do you recollect the doe and the fawn? So now what happened? He is saying to his father as if he want to convey or he want to ask something. So now he is asking his father, "Do you remember the doe and the fawn?" So now he's asking his father, do he recollects the fawn? Exactly, Jody was pointing to the fawn because he was much concerned about the motherless fawn. Okay. "I can never forget them. The poor doe saved me, that's certain." So now his father is saying that I cannot forget that because that poor doe has saved his life. "Pa, the fawn may be out there yet. It might be hungry and very scared." So now Jody is expressing his concern regarding the fawn who might still be out there, hungry and frightened as he was separated from his mother. "I suppose so." So his father is agreeing. He is also saying yes, he might be in that condition. So now Jody is saying that, "Pa, I'm a big boy now and do not need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the fawn?" So now Jody is saying that he can take care of him and he does not need to drink milk as he is grown up boy now. He asked his father if he could go and look out for the fawn and bring it here. So his father asked Jody wanted to bring the fawn at their place, to which Jody agreed, and he wanted to raise it too. Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. So when Jody asked that he wanted to bring the fawn home, so he looked at the ceiling as if he cannot deny that he cannot go and bring the things. Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling. "Boy, you have got me hemmed in." Hemmed in means it is a situation where you cannot say no to anything. So now Penny is saying to his son that, "My dear child, I cannot say no to you because you have shown me the situation. You have shown me the thing that Fawn is without his mother. So I cannot say no to you. It won't take much to raise it, Pa. It will soon start eating leaves and acorn." So now he is saying that he will start eating leaves and acorns. "You are smarter than boys of your age." Now his father is saying, "You are smarter than boys of your age." So now his father is saying that you are intelligent enough and you are much more smarter than the children of your age, and you are brighter than the boys of your age. We took its mother, and it wasn't to blame. Surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. So now what happened? His father expressed how ungrateful it would be to let him starve, to let Fawn starve in the jungle. Penny could not say no to Jody, as he had lost all hope of living to see another day, and he is alive because of that Fawn's mother. Can I ride back with Millwheel? I see if I can find it. So now he's taking his permission, his father's permission. Can I go with Millwheel? Millwheel is a horseman. Tell your ma I said you can go. So now his father is saying that, okay, from my side I allowed you, you can go. Just take your mother's permission. He slided back to the table and sat down. His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. So he just leave that place. Slided back means walked away quietly and trying not to be noticed. And he went in front of his mother, where his mother was preparing the coffee for everyone. He said, Ma, Pa says I can go bring back the fawn. So he said, Father already given me permission to go and bring the fawn home. She held the coffee pot in mid-air. So now when she heard that fawn, so she was astonished, she was surprised, and she was pouring the coffee. She is in a still position. Right? Let's see. What fawn? The fawn belonging to the doe we killed. We used the doe's liver to draw out the poison and save Pa. So now what happened? She said fawn. On that, Jody replied, the fawn whose mother we have used the heart and liver of the mother, fawn's mother. So now it's our duty to bring that fawn back. She gasped. So gasped means catch one's breath with one open mouth, or owing to pain or astonishment. Well, for pity's sake, Pa says it would be ungrateful to leave it to starve. Now Jody again is saying that it will be ungrateful if we leave that fawn without doing well for him. Okay, because his mother is dead because of our thing, because we used its liver and its heart in order to save father's life. He further explained that they used those liver to extract poison to save his father. Doc Wilson said, That's right, ma'am. Nothing in the world comes quite free. The boy's right and his daddy's right. So now, Dr. Wilson kept his view forward by agreeing with that Jody and his father said that whatever Jody and his father said is correct. He thought both of them were right. He further added that there is nothing we can get from the world for free. Okay. Why free? Because one side we have taken the life of the doe. Now his fawn is roaming here and there. He is starving. So it's our duty, it's our obligation to bring that fawn and to serve him. Save him from the starvation. Millwheel said, he can ride back with me. I will help him to find out. So now, Millwheel, he volunteered to give Jody a ride and help him to find the fawn. She set down the pot helplessly. So on hearing all this, Jody's mother felt helpless as she sat down. Well, if you will give it your milk, we have got nothing else to feed it. So now she is saying that even She was not in the favor that Fawn should come in. But she knew they were right and thus agreed if Jody would give the Fawn his share of milk as they had nothing else to feed it. Okay, so mother is not in a mood to bring, or mother is not in the favor that Fawn should come home. But she was helpless and she also agreed and gave consent that okay fine, Fawn can come to the home, but in that Jody has to leave his share of milk and he has to share the same with the Fawn. Millville said, "Come on boy, we have got to get riding." So now Millville is calling Jody and said we have to go. Ma Baxter asked anxiously, "You will not be gone long." So now she is saying that you will not go long. Jody said, "I will be back before dinner for sure." So now Jody is confirming his mother that they will be back before dinner. Millville mounted his horse and pulled Jody up behind him. So mounted means riding an animal, typically a horse. So now he just sat on the horse, Millville, and he made Jody to sit behind him. He said to Millville, "Do you think the Fawn's still there? Will you help me to find him?" Now Jody is asking Millville, "Are you sure that we are going to find out the Jody? And will you be helping me to find out the Fawn there?" "Well, we will find him if he is alive." "How you know it's he?" So now Millville is saying that yes, we will be able to find him if he will be alive. Now he again asked Jody how he knew that he was a male. Then the spots were all in a line. On a doe fawn passe, the spots are every way which way. So now here Millville is asking how you know that the fawn is a male. Then Jody told Millville that he is sure because his spots were all in a line. His father had told him that a doe fawn or a female deer has spots in different directions. So when a fawn or a deer, they have a spots on their body. If all the spots are in a line, then it is a male, and if the spots are scattered, then it is a female. Now children, you will be doing the comprehension check of the first part. The first question is, what happened to Jody's father? So what happened to the Jody's father? His father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. How did the doe save Penny's life? So the doe saved Penny's life as they used the heart and liver in order to draw out the poison of rattlesnake from the Penny's body. Why does Jody want to bring the fawn home? So Jody wanted to bring the fawn home in order to save the fawn from starvation, as he has lost his mother. He is a motherless fawn. So in order to save that fawn from the wild animals and from the starvation, so he wanted to bring the fawn home. How does Jody know that fawn is a male? So Jody knows that all the spots were in a line, and according to his father's information, if a doe or if a fawn is having all the spot in a line, then it is a male, otherwise it is a female. Okay children, so you will write the question answers of comprehension check in your notebook. This is your homework. Now coming to the second part of the lesson. Jody gave himself over a thought of the fawn. They passed the abandoned clearing. Abandoned means having been deserted or left, means all alone. Gave himself over to means to spend all your time and energy doing or feeling something. Okay, so now what happened? Jody engaged himself in thinking about the fawn. They crossed a deserted piece of land in the forest. He said, "Cut to the north. Millville, it was up there that Pa got bitten by a rattlesnake and killed the doe, and I saw the fawn." So now he is saying Jody gave the direction as he told the Millville to turn towards the north where Penny got bitten by a snake. He had killed the doe and seen the fawn there only. Suddenly, Jody was unwillingly to have Millville with him. If the fawn was dead or could not be found, he could not have his disappointment seen. And if the fawn was there, the meeting would be so lovely and so secret that he could not endure to share it. Endure means handle. So now he is saying that, not saying that he suddenly, means Jody suddenly did not want, or he did not want Millville to accompany him. He wondered if the fawn was dead, so he could not be found. He did not want Millville to see his disappointment. He did not want to share his disappointment if he was unable to find the fawn. On the other hand, if he found the fawn, the union would be so lovely and personally that he could not bring himself to share it. So here, in this way, he did not want, Jody did not want to share his happiness as well as his disappointment with Millville. So he did not want Millville to join him in order to find the fawn in the jungle. Okay. He said, "It's not far now, but the shrubs is very thick for a horse. I can make it on foot." So now, in order to say no to the Millville, how he is saying that, shrubs, that is small form of the plant, it's very thick and horse will not be comfortable in going that place. So he will go on his foot in order to search the fawn. "But I'm afraid to leave you, boy. Suppose you got lost or got bitten by a rattlesnake too." So now here Millville is afraid to leave. He did not want that boy should go, or that Jody should go alone and search the fawn, because he was afraid of the snake. He might lost the way or might be bitten by the snake. So Millville did not want Jody to go alone. Okay. "I will take care. It might take me a long time to find the fawn if he's wanted. Leave me off right here." So now Jody is saying to Millville, "No props, I will take care of myself and I know the way I can go. I will take little time, but I will go. Please leave me here. I will be okay and I will come here," he assures. So Jody assured Millville that he will handle it, and also that he might take a while for him to find the fawn in case he wanders further. He told Millville to leave him nearby. Okay. So, alright, but you take it easy now. You know north here and east. So now Millville follow his direction and advise him and ask him to take it easy. He asked Jody if he is aware where the north and east was. "There and there, that all tall pines make a bearing. So long." Okay. "So long, Millville, I'm obliged." So now what happened? Jody told him by pointing out the directions that he knows that the tall pine act as a compass that helps in identifying the direction. Millville remarked that the pine is so long, to which Jody agrees and expresses his gratefulness. Okay, so that is a landmark for him. He waited for the sound of hoofs to end, then cut to the right. The scrub was still. Only his own crackling of twigs sound across the silence. He wondered for an instant if he had mistaken the direction. So now what happened? So hoofs is a horny part of the foot of a horse, that movement of the horse. And crackling, it is a sharp sound. Okay. And twigs, a slender woody shoot growing from a branch or stem of a tree or shrub. So now here what happened. So Jody waited for the sound of hoofs, sound of the horse, to end and let the horse go a bit far. Then he take a right. The shrub that was in front of him stood still. Only the sound of a few twigs could be heard in the silence. Jody doubted for a second if he had mistaken his direction. Okay. Now, then a buzzard rose in front of him and flapped into the air. He came into the clearing under the oaks. Buzzards sat in a circle around the carcass of the door. They turned their head on their long scrawny neck and hissed at him. He threw his bow at them and they flew into an adjacent tree. The sand showed large cat prints, but the big cats killed fresh, and they had left the door to the carrion birds. So now buzzard, a large hawk-like bird of prey with broad wings and a round tail, often seen soaring in a wide circles. Flapped, it just means move up and down when flying or preparing to fly. Scrawny means thin and bony. Hissed, make a sharp sound as of the letters. Adjacent means nearby, and bow, a main branch of a tree. So now what happened? So a large bird like a vulture appeared in front of Jody and fluttered into the air. He came to the abandoned clearing from under the oaks. They sat in a circle around the door and lay dead. That door was dead and these vultures were around that dead body. They took at him with their head and laid on their long neck and hissed at him. Jody threw his bow at them and they flew into a nearby tree. The sand showed marks of large cat footprint who had killed it recently and had left the door for carrion birds. Okay, so now coming to the next. He patted the grass at the place where he had seen the fawn. So now he was just parked, means he was moving the grasses where he had left the fawn. It did not seem possible that it was only yesterday. The fawn was not there. He circled the clearing. There was no sound, no sign. The buzzard crackled their wings, impatient to return to their business. He returned to the spot where the fawn had emerged and dropped on all fours, studying the sand for the small hoof prints. The night's rain had washed away all tracks except those of cat and buzzard. So now what happened? Jody separated the grass from the place where he saw the fawn the previous day. He could not believe it had just been a day. The fawn was not at the place. Jody searched the abandoned land, but there was no sign of one. On the other hand, the buzzard made sound of their wings out of desperation to resume what they were doing. Jody began looking at the place where the fawn had appeared from and began reading the small hoof print in the sand. But the rain from last night had washed away all tracks except for cats and buzzard. So everything was gone and Jody was unable to believe that it happened last night only. And everything was gone. No marks were there, no tracks were there, and only they were able to find the cats and buzzard marks. Okay, children? So here we end with the explanation of the second part also. So again, two more questions of the comprehension check that you need to do is, first question, Jody did not want Millville with him for two reasons. What were they? So why Jody did not want to take the Melville along? You have to tell the reason for that. I have already explained in the paragraph. Okay. Why? Because he did not want to share his disappointment as well as his happiness. Why? Both the thing you have to tell, the disappointment as well as the happiness. Why was Melville afraid to leave Jody alone? So why he was afraid, Melville? Because he was afraid means Jody can lost the way, or he might get bitten by the rattlesnake. That's why Melville did not want to leave Jody alone. Okay, so please go through the first and second part of the lesson. Write the comprehension, both the comprehension checks question and the activity. You have to find out the 6 remedial measures that are used at your home in order to save, or in order to give you the immediate treatment. Okay, so go through the things, read out the first and second part. In the next video I'll go through the third part of the lesson as well as the summary and question answers. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you so much.